Hey guys, it's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. Here I am in my car, driving home again. Enjoy all the potholes, everyone. So, my good friend Pattimus did a questions video, because she's good at those. That's probably about all she's good at. Yeah, that and shaving her face. So, I have printed these questions right here, and I'm going to answer them. Feel free to answer them in the comments. Do a video reply to me, do a video reply to Pattimus, whatever you want to do. It's 11 questions. So, can you do a celebrity impersonation? If so, do it. Do it anyway, even if you can't.
I don't know, Patty. I don't know. Should I do a video for you with a celebrity impression? Maybe I should.
I always do Sly Stallone. I don't know why. You know why? Because I think I fucking sound like him. Because in my head, I sound retarded. You ever hear yourself on like a voice recording or a video and you go, wow, I sound like that? I sound like Sly Stallone in my mind. I sound like I have a weird drawl and a fucked up lip. So, that's that. Hope you enjoyed it. I've actually left people voicemails in that voice. I think I did it for Patty once too. I think I left her a voicemail once, all in Sly Stallone impersonation. So, think about that tonight while you're sleeping. Number 2, do you talk to plants? Do they talk back? If so, if not, maybe you aren't listening. Why you no listen? No, I've never really talked to plants. I'm actually very, very bad with plants. Some people say they have a green thumb, like Cypress Hill, Dr. Green Thumb. I'm very, very bad with plants. They always die. Even if I water them, I just think I'm not diligent enough. I'm great with pets. Plants, total different story. Number 3, you can choose in the manner in which you die, not old age and no immortality. You cheating bastards. Which way would you choose? This is a weird one, and it is kind of morbid. I know Patty said you could say Bananas Foster and take a mulligan on any questions you don't want to answer. I guess I'll answer it. Obviously I'd want it to be something fast. I wouldn't want to be like tortured to death or stoned. This is weird. I don't know if I want to touch upon this, but I guess it's okay. So, for anyone who's friends with me, on YouTube or Facebook, Twitter, my cat Stella passed away this Sunday. We put her to sleep. She had some issues, and they were greater than you know, what I thought they were going to amount to, her problems. It was extremely sad, you know. Coming home at night alone, not having my cat there is pretty terrible. Not having the routine with giving her medicine and stuff. But she went out with dignity. She went out with her, you know, mental faculties. She was still bright-eyed. Once she was on the medicine, she would still scream at me and eat. But without the medicine, she wasn't really eating. She was very lethargic. She was sleeping a lot. So I knew it was kind of time. I didn't want to be one of those people that let their pet go out, you know, further down the line than they should, because they can't bear the thought of you know, of putting them to sleep. I wanted her to go out on top. I wanted her to go out feeling, you know, good or as good as she could feel, and not have all these problems. So anyhow, one of the things I had said while I was in the room with my ex-wife and we were putting the cat to sleep was, you know, she looks really relaxed. Like, I mean, they put her in like a knocked out state first with Tilazol. I apologize, this video got very sad and morbid. And what it does is it makes them like pass out, you know. They completely get like comfortable. It's like taking a lot of Benadryl, I guess. So I said, this is how people should go. Because even though it was extremely sad, it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't a savage or bad way of going out. I didn't let her go out miserable, blind, deaf, can't walk, you know, shitting herself and sick and, like, you know, in pain. She went out pretty perky, you know. So I think that would be the way. I apologize to anyone for getting kind of, you know, sad in the video, or macabre, if you will, or morbid, whatever. But I was contemplating doing a video about Stella. I don't know if I'm going to, but for everyone who, you know, watches and asks about her and says they like her in the videos, thank you. she loved being in them, obviously, because she'd always walk into the videos yelling. So, here's question number 4. Do you have a song that can turn your mood around, at least while it's on? If so, what is it? I'm trying to do these off the cuff. It really depends. I mean, one of the songs I use when I need to get like hyped up is either like Angel of Death or Rain in Blood. It doesn't necessarily change my mood. It just gets me going, and then like I go like, all right, I can do this. Funny side story, because I like to make these videos 45 minutes. When I was talking to my girlfriend's parents about going out with her, and being fairly newly divorced or separated, I should say, I had played. I want to say it was Angel of Death. It could have been Rain and Blood. I forget which. And it got me going. And I stepped out of the car like, I'm going to do this, because I wanted to make a good impression and say like, this is how I feel about your daughter. I would love to take her out. I didn't want to just whisk her away on a date. And if somebody has reservations about their daughter going out with a guy that was married, or technically still is married, I understand, and such. So I would say those songs do it for me. In terms of happy things, I guess just songs that remind me of different moments in my life. The Cure tends to pop up in there emotionally, though some of it tends to be sad. Sade, In Excess. It really just depends on my mood and what kind of mood I want to be in, or what kind of mood I am at the point of listening to that song. I don't know if that's really good enough answer, but there you go. Number 5, if you could learn any real ancient or fictitious language and speak it fluently, what would it be and what would you do with it? I always wanted to learn Italian, probably because I am of Italian descent, and I learned it a little bit. I mean, I can learn here and there. I can hear things here and there and grasp it. I can read it and grasp it here and there. But, for the most part, like if someone speaks fast and stuff, I can't get it. And I learned a little bit through Rosetta Stone and a couple classes in high school, I remember. In terms of fictitious, I have no idea. I was never one for like Star Trek or Star Wars, so I can't really say like I'd pick some kind of like Klingon or some shit like Big Bang Theory. But is Sumerian a language? How about some shit from Conan the Barbarian? So I don't know. Italian. Let's see what else. Number 6, I kidnap you and force you to join my circus. What part do you play in my circus? Freak show, food vendor, magician, clown, etc. I guess I'd be in the freak show. I went to a freak show in Coney Island, I don't know, 7 months ago, maybe. It was back in the summer, and it was really cool. The people were really fun. For some reason, they called me up on stage twice during the act, so I had to step on a woman who, I think I might have told this story on YouTube. I stepped on this woman who was laying on a bed of nails, and she was, I would say, either deformed or burned. I wasn't sure which, but she had some kind of like deformity. Her hand wasn't fully formed, and her face was a little scarred. And I got to step on her on her bed of nails, and then I got to ride the back of a large as in tall and muscular, not like fat, black woman who was stepping on glass barefooted. Princess Pat is her name, Pat Mirko. Really cool. So I had a lot of fun at the freak show. There's only like 8 people in the audience, but I guess, they're like, oh, get that fucking guy with the tattoos. He looks like he'll play along. I don't know. So it was really fun. So I guess I'd be in your freak show, Patty. Not that far from real life, huh? Number 7. What skill do you want to have learned but never got around to it, and do you think you'll learn it in the future? I hate taking these mulligans on this, but I'm trying to think of a skill I like to learn. I guess, I used to draw a little bit when I was learning how to tattoo. I always wished I kind of pursued that a little bit more, but I never thought I was talented enough at it. I was okay with rendering, but in terms of drawing out of my mind, wasn't there. I think maybe, this is going to sound kind of funny, I think I would like if my handwriting was better. My dad has excellent handwriting, which is funny because I don't think he went to that much schooling, but his handwriting is very nice, especially for a man, and I think it's kind of a lost art, if you will. So I'd probably say that. What's a song that you think sums up your country or nationality? You can choose up to 3. It's entirely based on how you feel from where you come from. One of the songs I really like, but I don't know if it necessarily makes me feel like patriotic, is Sacred Reich's. Wait. Sacred Reich, right? Yeah, Sacred Reich. Oh, what's the song? This is once a land of dreams, now these dreams have turned to greed. In the midst of all this wealth, the poor are left to the American Way by Sacred Reich. That's a cool song. I don't fully agree with it. You know, I think it's a little too, I don't want to say liberal or socialistic or whatever, but it's a cool song. You know, it makes some points. I think some Tupac songs have some good messages about people and getting along, and again, I don't know how on a national scale, if this, you know, really reminds me of anything patriotic, but I don't know if I really have anything too patriotic. I mean, you can go into like Sage Francis rapping about the makeshift patriots, or Ari the Rugged Man and Jedi Mind Tricks doing what's that song about Vietnam? Whatever. I don't think I really have too many patriotic songs or anything country related in my head, to be completely honest. Number nine. What living, currently not extinct animal do you feel you identify with? Not an animal you want to be, but one you likely would be based on your personality. I don't, you know, sadly, Beth is a veterinary technician. She's been to like the Galapagos, and you know, she's always at the zoo and different animal events and things. You think I'd know a little bit more about animals, but I really don't. I always liked gorillas. Obviously, by my gorilla nip, as Patty would call it, my chest tattoo of the gorilla, that's more of a Planet of the Apes affinity for me. But I always liked gorillas and boars. Whether I have personality traits, I mean, gorillas kind of just sit there and hang out. They seem territorial. They're smart, you know. We're not far off, I guess, from the ape family. I like gorillas. I guess I'd choose a gorilla. I kind of look like one. Smell like one, too. Crazy Wizard Man grants you the power to snap your fingers and create one meal. Every time you snap, it would be this meal. What meal do you choose? Patty had made some good points. Would you choose your favorite meal? Because if you did, you'd get bored of it. I mean, I'm assuming you can make other meals, but if you snapped your fingers, you'd get the meal you wanted. Now, one of my favorite meals is Japanese food. I love sushi, so that might be a good choice. She also mentioned if you live with someone or you're with someone, maybe you want to snap your fingers and make their favorite meal. That's not a bad idea, so you wouldn't have to cook or go out. Beth likes Mexican food. Beth also likes Italian. I mean, I don't know. The first thing that came to my mind, which sounds kind of strange, is water. Now, I know that's not really a meal, essentially. It's a drink. But you'd probably be stuck somewhere one day where you need something to drink, and if you snap your fingers and have water, I drink water all the time. Or seltzer or coffee, perhaps. That would be fucking awesome. So if I could change that from meal to drink, that would be cool. I guess if it had to be a meal, I guess sushi. Maybe chicken cutlets. That way I could eat it with Beth because she doesn't eat sushi and I wouldn't have to cook chicken cutlets. Eggs, I don't know. Something that I could eat with her, I guess, so that she'd eat it. But if it had to be a specific sushi, fuck me if I know, I don't know. So I like it all. So, there's that. Number 11. Ask your own questions to be answered by Foxtard from Oxnard. So Foxtard is Patricia's tattoo. She has a fox tattoo on her arm that she has expressed to me she would like to eventually spruce up. I'm not sure if she still feels that way, but I would assume when she gets to this portion of her video, if she gets enough answers and enough video responses, she'll move her arm around and make Foxtard speak back to us. So let me think if I could think of some questions. Foxtard, what do you think of the Mighty Boosh? Is Monty Python your sort of humor? Because it's definitely not mine, which is weird considering I love Terry Gilliam and all of his films. I never got the Monty Python humor. I've seen a bunch of the movies. I own a few. Can't laugh at it. I don't know why. Just too silly for me. Are you related to the Crack Fox from the Mighty Boosh? What else? Have you ever listened to the Sisters of Mercy? If so, what is your favorite song by them? And finally, when you eat soup, does it just dribble down your face? Thanks, guys, for watching. It's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. I'd also like to say thank you to all of my YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, anyone who reached out about Stella, anyone who said, you know, nice things and had funny stories, and it really meant a lot to me to see over 100 people on Facebook like and comment on, you know, their condolences, and just Crack Lotus had said, just so you know, you had the best cat tail mustache on the internet, because she used to always walk by in the videos and her tail would kind of go up here. I'd always had a cat tail mustache. So thank you, everyone. It really meant a lot to me, and it definitely made the process a lot easier, and it made me feel better quicker. I'm still going through it, but definitely helps. So thanks again, guys. Really appreciate it. Love you all. Be good.